We're
Gonna
live.
take
We're live.
live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
Woo woo!
That's
This
what
one
I
is
think.
live with crazy and crazy.
Yep,
Oh
they're
my
right.
goodness.
Instead of
Yeah.
Dumb
So
and Dumber, it's crazy and crazier.
I like that better because I definitely don't consider us dumb, even though I do claim the dumb blonde thing as much as I can because I get away with so much with it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I use crazy.
Yeah.
I am the first to admit that I know I'm batshit crazy, or I know I'm weird.
Yep.
I know I'm weird. I know I have weird kinks and quinks and whatever. That's me. Love
Yes,
it.
absolutely, and that's perfect. I think so too. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the website. There we go. I changed it a little bit. On our live, my head is like this big in the screen, so I changed it so I'm not quite so big. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, well, good morning with the 50 family. I apologize for this voice of mine. I've been sick, but I was not going to miss it because we've been vacationing and have not been able to go live for 2 weeks, which is a part of what I'll talk about too, which is by design. But just we have so much that we've done and gone so many amazing places we thought we'd love to share with you and tips and tricks and maybe disasters that we accomplished on our vacations or whatever. So, huh, Susan?
And before we go further, with
Yes.
that, our lovely Diana, we have now taken her on to do basically our social media, etc., website creator, and we are moving fast forward. We will be live. It says 48 hours, so give us 72 hours. But you're going to notice some really cool tabs across the top and some cute names, we hope. But if you have suggestions of something even cuter, send it to us. But one's going to be restaurant reviews where Danica and I have gone to eat. We don't do bad reviews. We just don't go back and we don't mention them. But
Exactly.
we do good reviews. And I'll try to take pictures. Not the best photographer, so please don't hold it against the restaurant if it doesn't look quite as appealing as it probably was. But we'll do that. The other thing we're doing is the items that we always talk about. So when I talk about, my fabulous cream, Danica talks about cleansing her nose. We're going to have those. We're going to have the link to the company, and we're going to have the link to where we purchase them, which, hate to say it, normally Amazon.
Amazon.
And then with today's, you're going to see a little button that says it's in the process. Diana is so awesome. We're going to have the one with travels.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind with travels, it could be that I just traveled down the street to the botanical garden. And it could, but it is a travel. It's a road trip. Yeah. Or you went out and went on a dolphin watch. However, it could be went to the other side of the country. So we want to share those things with you because if you're locally where we're located, or you're coming here, or you know somebody coming, you could tell them these things that, hey, I saw Danica and Susan put this, looked fun, go do it.
Yeah.
And then the other reason I've been very fortunate, always been able to travel for my father up to today, because I love it for one. But, one time I had somebody make a comment that, you're kind of bragging when you're doing the travel thing, which was not my intent. And luckily I had a friend, it was like 2 days later, posted and said, I will never be able to travel the places you do. Thank you so much for sharing them. I feel like I got to be a part of it. So that's the other reason we're doing a travel thing is if you never get a chance to go there, and I enjoy it when people do it, like I'll never get to go there, but thank you for sharing the photos. I at least feel like I know it. So, we're going to try to do anything from the food we eat there, the adventures we do. And that brings us to today since Danica just got back from a cruise. And what were your stops?
We stopped in Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Honduras. Roatan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, tell the planes, trains, and automobiles adventure from leaving your house.
Plane, trains, automobiles. So one of my best friends, Jim, who you've all seen on our podcast, he did an interview with us a few weeks ago. He flew down here from Salt Lake, and we ended up renting a car and driving from South Padre to Galveston. And then to Galveston. So that's where the cruise left. It was Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Season. I think it was the second largest ship in the world. And it's ridiculous. It's like 14 hotels in one on the water. And my daughter was like, Mom, I don't understand how it doesn't sink. Why does this float? And I thought that was such a brilliant observation because it does seem impossible. They've got 4,100 million tons, whatever they are. I think we looked it up, but I can't remember. But so then we got there in Galveston. We spent the night, spent the entire day, and we did the little boardwalk. So we did all the Ferris wheel or all the rides, and that's another thing.
They're on Galveston.
In Galveston, yeah, there's
Okay.
one on the boardwalk.
What are we talking about? Let's catch up real quick. We're talking about travels because we've added a button to our website, which is going live in 72 hours. VV Kill 3 RBB. Woo, you made me do a mouthful this morning. So we're talking, over the 50s is the podcast. And what we like to talk about is how we change our lifestyles, what we need to add, what we need to take away from our lifestyle. So today we're doing traveling. Can I get a life tip? Oh, stay tuned. We're getting ready to give you some travel life tips that once you're over 50, you need to make some adjustments when you travel.
You do.
And just what I said to Danica before we went live, I said, I used to take two 70-pound bags. I did. Two 70-pound bags because I had to have, jewelry matched every outfit, shoot. And at 55 plus, this body can't carry 140 pounds worth of bags. So, Danica, I'm sorry. We were talking about she just got back from a cruise. She was thanks for joining, Mr. Cody. And no, not travel tip.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well,
I'm a little.
you can let
I'm
us
a
know
little
what tip
concerned
you.
about what you might ask. Just
Well,
saying.
we can't give that kind of tip because we're girls. But you got it. You got it.
Of course I did.
But I'm Henri this morning. But if you would like to put in there tips that you want, whatever you're referring, and if we've done an episode, we'll let you know what episode. And if not, we'd be happy to add it to an episode. So, Danica, go ahead and move forward at this point. You got in Galveston. You were doing the whole Galveston overnight before your cruise ship left.
Yep. Well, what I've realized too, as we get older too, at least me, and some people don't, is that I can't do these rides very much anymore. We got on the little things and went around and around and around, and I was okay. And then the third one, I went, okay, I might need a break. And then we stopped and we got something to drink, and then we went on a roller coaster. Roller coasters, no problem. Oh, there's my partner in crime.
Hello, kiddo.
Say good morning, Aunt Susan.
See, roller coasters, it's funny. It was 20 years ago. I went with my goddaughter, Amber, it used to be Kings Island. I think it's Paramount something. I don't know what it is. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio. Anybody that grew up in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I got off that roller coaster and I had whiplash.
And
I haven't been back since. I was in so much pain.
Yeah, you know what? We won't. I probably will never get on one of the wooden roller coasters again.
That's what it was.
Yep, I knew it.
The Beast,
the
original roller coaster.
And you're doing this the whole time. Yes. Oh, it's Emerald won't do it. She's only 7, and she's like, Mom, I'll never ride one of those again. They're not fun. And we used to ride them 4,000 times in a row when we were kids. I mean,
our goal in high school was how many times could we get around all the rides in Kings Island, and a competition at the end of the day. I haven't been to, that was the last time I went to an amusement park, actually, like an amusement park, not things that have rides. I'm pretty much kind of Ferris wheel girl.
There you go. You know what?
Merry-go-round. I'm a merry-go-round girl.
You know, by the end of the day, though, Emerald went on the merry-go-round, and I didn't even go on that because I was concerned that I couldn't even go on the merry-go-round. And I had one other lady that her and her husband were there, and they were probably in their late 60s, early 70s. And she looked at me, she said, "You are crazy. You're crazy." I'm like, I got a 7-year-old. You got to do what you got to do. And I also do it to keep myself doing it. You know what I mean? And I just know now I've got to just adjust how I do it. I might do a spinny one and then something else and whatever. Just take my time and just pick and choose. But I'm not going to give up my amusement park fun with my baby. And because it's for me too, I love it. So.
Yeah. I opt to usually not go with the grandkids, or if I do, I'm like, yeah, Grandma will go get us snacks. Also, Cody, we just saw you pop in. Thank you very much. We have several. What episode are we on right now, Danica? You're so much better at this than me.
This is episode 47.
So we're at 47.
Yeah, and we have all kinds of other things, little videos and clips. We have
talked about a lot of stuff that can help you. I will keep in mind, since you mentioned that you can barely walk, probably need a little bit more detail how you want us to go into and talk about some things. But we have a lot of viewers that are going to have similar issues as well. And if we let them know ahead of time the episode, then they could pop in and maybe give you advice too. So we'll go a little bit further with that. Hopefully you'll become a follower, and then you'll kind of see those things. So we're not ignoring you. We have to dedicate certain time to the episodes that we started, because we got people complaining that we got off our topics.
We get off our topics a lot, but
we always get off of them. But
and that's something I think too we need to think a little more deep about. Is with 6 back fusions, that's pretty intense. And I have some friends in the chiropractic industry that don't do regular pop and crunch that I could maybe hook you up with. That's a much better way of realigning things and getting your nervous system in a different space. So if you'll put your like email or something in our private messages, if you don't want to put it here, then I can send you her information too, and she might have some insight, because obviously we're not doctors,
Absolutely.
but we'll give you the insight that we have from life experiences and the things that people tell us.
And I'm
So I
actually
we
going to do an episode with my chiropractor.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome. Uh, I still love you, Dr. Tony. You're still number one, but Mr. Figler is fast approaching. You got some competition there. Um, but anyway, we're going from there, and I'm absolutely going to do one with him because now over 55, I now set up massage, chiropractor, same day, game changer. We'll do a
Yes.
whole podcast with him. I am fortunate enough that his massage girl is actually in his office.
Oh,
So it's
that's so
like,
nice.
oh,
Yeah.
it's night and gone to heaven.
And as
And
you
then
know,
he
our
has
massage girl here moved away, so she's only here every once in a while.
our
I'm hopefully
princess.
going to see her on Sunday. So
But he also gave me a lot of really good stretches. I have more problem here where most people are lower back, but I have the neck problem. Some really good stretches to do. No, we know you're 40 and that's okay. Our podcast is what the 50 plus, but we've always said really this you could benefit starting at 30 because that's when your body
yeah,
starts going, oh, you're
exactly.
not a little
Well,
spring chicken anymore.
and hopefully we can give you guys all something to plan for and to look forward to, or not look
Okay.
forward to and deal with in a happy way.
So we'll have to do a different episode on abusing your body and stop doing it at 55. And amusement parks should probably be a part of that conversation. But let's
Possibly.
move on. So you went, you found out over 55 now makes you
It
nauseous. Like,
makes it harder.
there's so
Emerald,
many
bring us
things
some
you just
ducks.
go, well, the last time was the last time. And I'm okay with
Yes.
that. I'm learning to working in the yard might be today was the last. I don't think I can lay 25 bags of mulch anymore. I think yesterday was my last day. Whole different podcast.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But
you
so
just
no,
have to do
we
it.
went from Galveston, and we got on the cruise ship the next morning, and we first stop was Cozumel. We swam with the manatees and fed the manatees, and it was amazing. And we
Great place to do that.
a couple little ones, and then we thank you. Will you bring me a couple little ones too?
Now it was
I,
manatees and not stingrays, correct?
right, manatees, the
Okay.
big,
So
big,
just
big,
doing
big.
the snorkeling, you were in the area where they come by.
Well, no, it's actually a place where they have
Oh, like a manatee
they
park.
bring them in, and
Gotcha.
they
Oh,
actually
okay.
brought lettuce, and we
So
got
I was like,
to
how does
feed
she
them.
swim with the manatee snorkeling? But I get you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was an actual excursion, and then we did. Emerald's bringing me stuff. I'll show you in a minute what she's bringing me. But then we went to Costa Maya, and in Costa Maya we went to the Mayan ruins, and that wasn't as much fun for Emerald, but it was pretty fascinating. And we got to climb up the stairs, and that's pretty treacherous. So that's something that you got to be able to be in good shape, because there was several people on our tour that kind of looked from down below, and so again, picking and choosing what you do on these excursions is a big deal when you get to
You
be
get a
after
certain
50.
age.
Exactly. And especially like even with you, Cody, not 50, but you've got those back problems. Probably climbing up those stairs would not be a good idea.
Yeah.
So you might want to go and just enjoy the history, or pick a different excursion.
And they're
So
still
that's the thing.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's still
And
amazing.
I would say on those, I've been on some of those ruins. It's absolutely worth it for the history of it and how beautiful it is, even if you don't climb it.
Exactly.
But that when we come back around, let's try to, if we can, allow. We may do this podcast with you and the next one on my Argentina. But we've got to come back around exactly what you said. I constantly am saying, what do I need to go do right now? Why I can do it traveling.
Exactly.
Because I know if I don't do certain things now, I'm not 10 years from now, I guarantee you I'm probably not going, I don't know how 5 years from now, I would not be able to climb those steps. I've climbed those and it's a challenge.
Well,
They're
I don't know.
steep.
I
They
think
didn't
you
make
could
them
do
like
it.
this.
Jim did it. Jim did it. He's 67.
Well, it depends on people's physical, again, but
Yes.
most likely with the back issues and similar, I'm guessing that's not going to be feasible. But
Right.
that's one thing, and I like this travel what we're doing. That's a big point of it is not only sharing where we've been and what we saw, but guys, take the time now and make that top 5 list. What do you want to do that's going to take physical? And I think we have to talk about mental
Absolutely.
because that's going to be part of my talking is I've traveled my whole life and I have to really change how I travel, what airports I even am willing to go to, what amount of layover minimum and maximum. Used to, man, I was down to the minute, now I'm running in 40-minute layover. I don't do that now because I
You
can't
give
make.
yourself time. Yeah.
I can't. So yeah, but go ahead with your trip. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, this is all part of it. But then from there, we went to Honduras to Roatan was our third stop, and of course we did a few other little things in between on these stops. But the biggest things were the uh, manatees and ruins, and then the third one we did a glass bottom boat, which sadly with the storms and with the whatever we didn't
Just
get to
start
see a
out.
lot because it was not as clear as it could have been. But then we
Yeah.
went over to a little place and we got to pat sloths and play with the monkeys, and the monkeys jumped on our heads and stuff. I'm going to post some pictures. I'll post a couple in our What the 50s Facebook too. And it was hysterical. I mean, these little monkeys grab on your head, and they gave me a new hairdo. You'll have to see. It was lovely.
They'll steal your sunglasses.
Oh, yeah, that's what they
They
said.
are
They said
thieves.
anything you don't want to keep or don't want broken or taken, don't do it, but or don't bring it. But and then the coolest thing though, and I've noticed that I would absolutely highly recommend a cruise for people over 50 for so
Yes.
many reasons because we didn't even have to get off the ship and we would have had an amazing vacation. There's so many pools, there's hot tubs,
The
elevator
spa
access. So
runs specials when you're in port and 90% of the people, 99% of the people get off.
then you have free time and it's quiet. Yeah, a lot
So
of
I
people
never
don't.
mind going to the same place when a friend wants to go there because I'm like, I'll do spa day. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. There's spa. You could get IV hydration infusions. You could get hair replacement. There's just not anything. It's a little city. It's a little
They
city.
get hair
Tons of
replacement on the
restaurants.
cruise ship.
Yes.
Man, has cruising changed in
They had
probably 9 years since I
fat
went.
treatment, fat treatment. They had, and then we probably should have done that. I ate so damn much. But the food is amazing, and the choices. And this one was a French theme, and I loved it. Some of the best French onion soup I've had in
Oh,
years, and it's so hard for me to find good French onion soup. I'm very picky. But one of the highlights, but the cool thing is, like I said, if you're in a wheelchair, there was many veterans. They did a veteran tribute, which was beautiful. They have parades. They have whatever, and we did it for Halloween. So we dressed up, and they did
oh,
all kinds of stuff, trick
fun.
or
Yeah.
treated. But the thing is, I don't know how many cruises you've been on, Susan.
Maybe about 20 over my
Okay,
lifespan. But I
have you?
have not been in probably 8 or 9 years.
Okay,
And I
okay,
have one
well,
you literally know less than a mile from my.
okay. So then you probably have not heard about this. On the cruises now, and I research because I'm always a researcher like Susan. What can I do? What do we need to do? What's new with cruises? What's going to make it the best, right? So they said get ducks and take ducks because on the cruises, it's a big thing now. People take ducks and they hide them everywhere, and you
Okay.
find them. So and we went duck hunting every day. We did 20,000 steps a day duck hunting, and look, we've got
Why
Halloween
is it when
ducks.
we're on vacation we can do 20,000 steps, but when I'm at home, I do like an average of 2,000.
And we bitch and moan.
Okay, I
But
gotta
look,
move you a little bit. Sorry,
give me
guys. I
this.
gotta travel to go let my dog out to pee.
No, that's
Okay.
okay. But the thing that is so cool is like these are
Hold on.
just regular rubber ducks, right? They had little ghosts. They had
I,
little teeny tiny ducks. And then one of the coolest things is people are 3D printing. So this is an actual 3D printed duck.
no, don't go there today because that shit blows my mind. I
It's
can't. I
Emma's
can't
looking for
deal with
another one. I'll
3D
show you.
printing.
But and
Hold on.
then
I thought you wanted out. Go.
they
Come
just
on.
wanted your attention, Mom.
No, they
Find
want
the
me to go
picture.
out with them. I know the.
Which?
Ugh, come on.
But
I'll go with
here,
you.
bring the bag. But anyway, it was crazy fun, and it has to
That is,
be.
no, I've never heard of duck hunting, so that is new to me.
And most of it people would think that it's just for the kids, but the adults were all doing it, and they were. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
and it was try us. We were trying to beat the adults to get emerald ducks, but she's bringing me the bag. I'll show you. And excuse me, you guys, I've been fighting this cold.
Which clearly tells us she enjoyed the cruise ship because she's like bringing you paraphernalia. I
Oh
love it.
yeah, but look, I'm gonna show you. She got 120 ducks. Look, this is a 3D printed spider duck, a witch. They're amazing. All right, take that. Hold on, I gotta get you. Sorry, you
So you
guys.
need
I'm
to
so
get them
sorry.
all set up and post a picture.
I will.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was fun. Susan, you're gonna need to talk for a minute. I apologize.
Oh, you know I'm not a very good talker. Well, we're on about 20 minutes and we try to wrap up at 30. So let's go back a little bit and either before you went on your trip or after you got home, what you did differently or would do differently because of your age as far as packing.
Packing. Number one, I don't pack quite the skimpy little dresses and things I used to. Truth.
I was not even thinking that, but that's hysterical because it
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite. I still want to be, pretty and sexy, whatever. But I still,
But
it's a
we
little
just
bit
know there's
different.
certain things, all for the people out there that have the confidence to go for that, and you're over 50 and you wear that thong on the beach, whether you, yeah, I'm going to skip that. But anyway, you have the confidence.
Yeah.
We don't. We're
Right
to the
now, I
point we're
don't.
like, no.
I'm working on it. I'm working on getting that confidence. But Um, so I packed much lighter. I've learned that over the years too, because you know me, I've toured with my band for so long that I learned how to pack light
You're kind of
anyway. So
a
that's
lighter
not
packer
much of
anyway.
a change for me. I ended up with like 5 or 6 way too many things anyway, and I had one carry-on suitcase with everything that I needed, and then a bag with the extra stuff like my like my makeup bag and that kind of stuff. But literally, I did a carry-on. I didn't even do a full size bag, and I had too many clothes.
As I'm here at home, so I still do the jewelry that matches the outfit. I
Yes,
used to have not just earrings, earrings, necklace, bracelets, purses, shoes for every outfit, hence the extra 70-pound bag. Now I go pick, now I even pick silver or gold hoops. I used to even take both, and now I'm like, I don't take my rings anymore. One, just, fear of my age that I'll walk off and leave rings that I've had my whole life. So I don't even take them and take the risk, and don't need to be, wearing them when you're traveling. I don't do bracelets anymore, and I have one necklace. So I literally
nice.
have earrings and a necklace, and that is like a whole bag that
Yeah.
I can take out of my suitcase.
Yeah, I have a
Shoes,
little bag that I fill in. So I took a few necklaces and earrings and stuff, but it's literally this big.
but
So
it's yeah, downsize.
downsized.
Um,
I took one pair of high
Toiletries.
heels, one
What's
pair.
funny about, yeah? So I'll take walking shoes. That's over
Yep.
55.
Well, it
My
depends on your
theory my whole
excursion
life
too.
was it is better to look good than to feel good. Bullshit. After 50, your ass needs to feel good, or you're not going to look good when you have this look on your face every time you take a step in your heels.
Exactly. Well, and I can't figure out what is not looking good in your runners. I look at people and like it doesn't mean you have to be sexy all the time. Doesn't mean you don't look good. It's just a different mindset.
What was funny, and I'll talk about it more when I do the Argentina thing, but we showed up for 4 wineries. There was going to be a lot of walking. They said a lot of walking.
Yeah.
All the girls had on these cutesy little outfits, all of us with tennis shoes. And I was
Yes.
afraid at first, and I thought, you know what? I don't give a shit. I need to be in my tennis shoes. I got there and went, and trust me, they weren't all over 50. I mean, I think the 20-year-olds are smarter than us. They started years ago, not looking good, feeling good bullshit.
Yeah.
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 So,
And so
that's
many
one thing
people
we
had tennis shoes
recommend.
on.
Have the confidence to wear those, whether they're tennis, whatever your most comfortable pair of shoes is. Because some
Exactly.
people it's sandals, whatever it is. Some women it's still high heels. I never was that woman that those were my most comfortable pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Do it, guys. Who gives a shit? You need to feel good. At the end of the day,
Yes.
when you get finished doing whatever you did on your vacation, you want to feel good.
Yeah.
I understand I feel like this laying mulch. I should not feel like this at the end of the day of a vacation.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So
No, and
do
for
it.
me, I came back and felt. I mean, I'm still exhausted. We got back Sunday night, and then this cold came on. Probably because we ran and ran and ran, and also obviously going to different countries, you're exposed to so many things, and I take good
You're
care of
eating
myself.
different food.
Eating
You're
different
in a
food,
different
drinking different
environment.
water.
You don't realize even when you sleep, you don't sleep as sound as when you're at home.
No,
So everybody needs a vacation from their vacation.
absolutely, absolutely. So
I
I had a
always
couple
allow
days,
the
and
whole next day to either
yeah.
and we'll talk about that, traveling. As you get older, you typically come home and you're sick.
Oh
I
yeah,
find that it's just part of it.
it's a
I
weird
have
thing.
my
Yeah,
antibiotics and I'm ready if I need them if I'm that sick. But
right.
otherwise, I literally have other things to start getting better because
Exactly.
it's
And I
like,
never did get sick before. So, and
so
this is the
there's a life
second
lesson,
vacation I've
Cody.
gone home and came home sick.
That she was asking life lessons, so this one's focusing around traveling, but that's where we do give life lessons. I think you want more as far as going way back and things you've learned, and we've done a few episodes and we have like a bazillion more we know we need to do.
Yes.
What could have I, just like yesterday, all day long all I heard was my father going, honey, when I was in high school or younger, Don't lift that. That's too heavy. But dad, I can lift it. And he's like, I know you can, but you shouldn't because you'll do damage. I feel fine, but you won't in another 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
It does catch up, and that's part of why we need to keep our bodies strong and strength, our strength up and stuff, because just as long as we can, right? We don't want to. I don't want to deteriorate. I don't want to be that person that at
I don't
50
want to be
says,
in pain.
"Oh, I shouldn't pick that up because I'm 50 and I can't." Just be smart with what you limit yourself with.
Well,
You know?
Danica knows my favorite saying. I could do it. I
Yeah.
just shouldn't, and I'm not going to.
You choose not to. There you go.
I don't know what damage it's going to cause that either A, I may not heal from, or B, it's going to take me 4 months to heal from versus when I was 20. Maybe one day, two
Yeah.
max. Yeah.
It's hard.
Okay,
It's
on
hard to
traveling,
tell.
so you talked a little bit. I also, in that, try to have a pair of pants that 3 or 4 blouses are going to go with,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
vice
So you can mix
versa.
and match.
Yeah, because I'm more, with your pictures, where the pants things you don't notice.
Right.
My girlfriend Michelle gave me a tip many, many years ago, and I think it was like, but you know how you hear those trumpets and oh moment. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it seriously was that. We go on vacation and talking about stuff. I don't even know how it came up, but she said, "Hey, I'm going to send some laundry to get washed," and I said, "You're going to send it where?" And she said, "Well, the hotel, so they can." Now, obviously, Motel 6 does not wash your laundry, guys. Don't go ask them. They'll probably look at you like crazy person. But
They
when you're
don't want them
vacation, you
to.
tend to go up a little bit. And I'm like, "What do you mean the hotel washed it?" Okay, I do realize that my whole life I have seen this bag on the hanger in the closet and never paid attention. That was my dirty laundry bag. And I kind of
Serious?
actually thought that's what it was for. I really, God, never paid attention.
That's hysterical. They even
And
do
when I
that
was
on. They even
younger,
do that on the ships. You can get
well,
your
and even
clothes
when I was
laundered on the
younger, I
ships.
did stay at Motel 6 so I could afford to take the vacation.
There-
So, maybe that too. But still, I wouldn't have. Yeah, I still, it didn't ring a bell. And she's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you can say." And then she said, I was like, "Oh, I guess I've seen those." And I go, "So they'll do your laundry?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, this was like, thank God, early 30s that she taught me this. So now when I'm going to stay in a hotel, and I mean, you have to get it in about midweek. Michelle and I will do a podcast on our horror sent our laundry away in St. Lucia.
Okay.
Got it back as we were headed to the airport soaking wet. That's a whole, oh yeah. So let me repeat, send it in the middle of the week, even though they say you'll get it in 2, make it 3. If they say 3, make it 4. What, add a day. But that is so cool because now as I'm older and I need my suitcase to be lighter, and now they're charging a fortune for
Yeah.
suitcases and weights, the weight went down. Send it out. You're on vacation. Do you deserve to pamper yourself? Yes, it's going to probably cost you 30, $40. It's worth it
True.
for me. Skip a
That's
couple Starbucks before and after your vacation and do your laundry. That is one of my huge travel tips. Period.
that's funny. And I don't know. I'm weird about that. I don't know. I just bring it home and do it myself. It's like I don't want people touching my panties.
Well, okay, so I don't do panties. I'm good.
Okay.
What I do is I said I'll take one pair of pants for 3 blouses.
And just get that done.
So I'll have 2 or 3 a pair of pants. I send that pair that's going to wear the end of the week. So therefore, I have.
There you go. There you
Now,
go.
I will tell you that I don't care how old I get. I don't care if I can't carry my luggage. Mentally, I cannot do this. I always say I'm going to pack half of what I need because I always buy a wardrobe. Those of you that know me know I have a little bit of a shopping problem with clothing and
Yeah.
shoes. Every time. Went to Argentina. I did do good. I only took 5 outfits for 7 days.
Okay. And
First
bought
day shop
and
had
bought
clothes
four
for the whole week.
outfits.
Mm, well, at least.
Awesome. No,
Well, first of all, it
that's
was
that's a huge.
amazing prices and amazing quality, and that will be on my Argentina trip. Almost worth it to go there for wine and shopping.
There you
Very
go.
reasonable vacation.
No, you
Okay.
know what? That's a huge tip too, though, because most people don't. Which I was surprised most people don't think about it. Leave some room in your suitcase, because why not get there and buy yourself a new? Even if you just bought one sundress, one something. I actually looked and looked and looked and just didn't find anything that I wanted.
And that
So no,
happens.
I'm not going to spend money
Never to
that I
me,
don't
but
want.
I hear rumors that can happen.
Yeah, they kept trying to talk me into this beautiful $15,000 diamond ring. $100 a
Sure.
month. $100 a month. It's like that's pretty cheap, but I don't need a $15,000 ring
How
for
many months at 15,000? Because I can't even do that math. Holy shit.
exactly. I'll be
Emerald will
paying
be
on it the
paying
rest
on
of
it
my
when she
life.
graduates from college. Good God.
Exactly.
Now, so you have
Exactly.
to, oh my gosh. So We'll have to do bunny in a moment. When you're saying it's so funny, you say leave room in your suitcase. I do leave room, a little bit of room in my suitcase, which typically is for my friends that don't leave room, and I'm bringing their stuff back for them because I am that friend. So for me, I have a duffel bag that folds down and it's very small. And then when I buy, that's my second piece of luggage.
Yes. There you go.
So
Yep.
I'm taking one on the way and normally two coming back. So
Yeah.
again, part of the Argentina will be laughing that Alicia was packed full. And there's a reason. I'll tell you what, she was doing multiple vacations, but she wanted to buy so she's like, I just don't have room. And I said, it was our first trip together. I said, let me tell you the kind of friend I am. I'm not going to tell you that I'll remember your birthday. I probably won't send you a birthday card. But when we go travel, I got your shit covered. I go, here's your space for souvenirs.
Yep.
It was ecstatic.
That's
She was so
awesome.
excited.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Always take an extra bag or leave space because, just in case. And if, like I said, I couldn't find anything. Emerald found a couple of. She just found a few little bracelets and things. She didn't really find anything she needed or wanted any. I mean, of course, she wanted everything, but nothing that we needed to bring home. So.
Well, and I think it's challenging when you do certain vacations. It clearly is touristy. We both live in tourist areas. So we're
Yeah.
like, same sweatshirt, different name. Whether it's just West
Exactly.
Palm Beach, South Padre Island, Honduras. So we don't
Nothing.
buy those. We don't buy the shot glasses. We don't buy. I did until I moved to a resort area and then went, I don't know that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think
Exactly.
honestly, I think that is a big part of it when you go to tourist areas and you live in a tourist area, you're like, I'm good.
Yes, I
Been
agree.
there,
I
done that,
agree.
seen that, don't need it. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. And yeah, and just
Okay, who is this furry little friend that's snuggling with you?
this is Gummy Bear. Emerald, bring me toffee. This is Gummy Bear.
I still think you're insane, but oh my God, that is so freaking cute.
Oh, and they are the softest things on the planet.
Oh, I
So
know. We both talked. We had
behind
lucky
it.
enough. We had bunnies when we were kids. Oh,
Yep. Well, and we Emerald has been wanting a bunny for years. I mean, like 3 years.
I'm aware of that. Our viewers are not, but yes.
Yeah. And so my daughter is 7, so she's been wanting a bunny since she was 4 or 5.
Hold on,
And
Rowdy just hit me 7. Yikes! But go
I
ahead.
know 7.5,
When the hell
but
that happened?
I don't know, but she saved this little 5-year-old. Well, she was finally 6, started saving, and she saved $500 in 1 year to get a bunny because I told her if you get it, you're buying the cage, you're buying or we call it the condo. Trust me, I'll post a picture. They're not in a cage. They are
Wait,
happy
I got to
bunnies.
do a good parenting moment.
Yep, and she
If your
and I
child
used
wants something, make them earn it so they
yep,
respect it and they take care of it. Good
and
job. Go ahead.
I used every cent of her money, and now she's got a new tour chart so that she can earn money to help pay for their food. And then our deal is that because I get up so early, I take care of it in the morning and feed them and stuff, the cats, and then she'll do it in the evenings. And so that I don't
So
mind splitting it because I ended up getting a second bunny. I got me a bunny too. And his name is Toffee. And if she finds him, she'll bring him over, but I'll post a
she
picture of
finds
both
him.
of them.
Well, I'm laughing because you're explaining about the food thing. Because when Danica and I first caught up this morning, and she said something about feeding the bunny, and I'm like, "Oh, you're feeding the bunnies?" As in, what she told me is she was going to make Emerald responsible. Then she explained why that they have 2 shifts, which
Yes,
is
we have
good.
two.
That's fine, but make
Yes,
them have responsibility, especially when it's something that's living.
exactly. Well, and that's the part of I honestly consider it part of her schooling and part of life lessons
It
because
is
you
part
have
of
to
life
learn how to
lessons.
take care of things for sure.
Absolutely, part of life. Even if you just get your kid a plant starting out, to you make sure they don't kill things. But at a young age, give them life lessons.
Yeah,
They
we have
need to
plants.
know
She's
how to.
growing plants outside too.
Oh, and yeah, that I know. Yeah, I knew she was really good about that. But I'm just thinking,
Yep.
maybe not the first step in getting your child something be a dog or a bunny. Maybe start with a plant, maybe a pet rock.
Well, she has a pet. She has a pet shell with
Let's start with
eyeballs.
that. That they
There you go.
supposedly have to feed twice a day and see how they do.
Exactly. No, but we're doing good and they're fun.
If they
But
pull off their doll babies' heads, maybe
no.
don't get them a dog or a bunny.
So she listens to me. She listens to our podcast. So here's her pet shell. It only got one eye. I'm not a very good parent. Your shell only has one eye.
It lost the eyeball because it was.
How many people our age said, OMG, why didn't we come up with the pet rock? That person is retired, living on a foreign island with, 8 houses.
Yeah.
Freaking pet
This
rock.
this is the pet shell is one of her schoolmates in the co-op. and she has her own business, and she is such a doll. Her name is, which one is it that does it? Abby? No, Dallas. Her name's Dallas, and it's Dallas's Pet Shells. And she sells them at all the little kid things, and you can either make it there or you can buy a pre-made shell, and she has the houses for them, and they're like
I
five,
love
six
it.
bucks a piece, and she's making money, and she's 7 years old.
So when
So
we see her at 25 and we're like, how the hell does she own that mansion? How does she own that? Now we know. How old is she? And she's already an entrepreneur and
yep,
running a successful business.
yes, that's what I'm working on with Emerald, because
Wow.
I'm teaching her not to be after 50, trying to figure out what you want to do when you grow up. I'm not that bad, but you know what I mean. I'm doing
But,
a lot of
as I
things.
always say, and Diana Harville and I talked till 1 in the morning the other day. 1 in the morning. We
You
started
stayed
like,
up that late?
see, I knew that was coming. Yeah. Well, you know me, if I pass I need to go to bed, I get my second win. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, party all night. And I try not to do that very often because it's not good for me. And that's one of the things we were talking is, you know what? It's different people's characteristics. And I always had that conversation when new agents would come to me and be, oh, I want to be like you and I want to do this, this, this. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
then you have to sacrifice and, and they're like, I said, then you're not going to, you can be a good agent, but you're not going to be that level. People have to understand sacrifices if you want this level. If you don't, you know what? If you're 50 years old and you still don't know what you want to be when you grow up and you're happy,
Who cares?
it's all about being happy. If
100%.
you're happy, it's none of my business. It's none of Danica's business. What you do, where you live, whether or not you even own a car. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's what makes you happy, which may or may not make me happy or Danica. Everybody has their different level of wants and needs in happiness in life. And I think that's
exactly.
something I love to talk about all the time because we are so taught from a very young age. You have to have this, 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 this to be happy. No, you don't.
Nope.
You
Nope.
don't have to be married to be happy. You don't have to be single to be happy. You
Nope.
have to be whatever makes you happy, which is whether you're happy, married, or single.
Exactly.
Whether you own a
Come on, you
car or
don't
you're
have to
rich.
have 14 cars and a big mansion on the beach.
Or
It's
maybe
like
you do.
we have our little condo, and yeah, I would love to have a house with a backyard, and I'm working towards that for her, but and get progress. But there's nothing about our day that we don't wake up and feel happy. We wake up every day. We have each other. I get to sing for my living. I've got these silly little bunnies now, and my daughter, and we're healthy,
And the
except for
pet show.
you cold once in a while, but but no, and vacationing, just like on this trip, and that's the thing. And don't stop yourself just because you're older and you might not be able to walk like you used to or do the things you used to. Because I'm telling you, on this cruise, that's why I really highly recommend it, no matter what age you are. There were 80, 90-year-olds. Some of
Oh
them
yeah.
were
It's a
in
huge
the
thing with retirees
chairs,
to cruise. Huge.
because you get such a beautiful vacation. There's so many shows. We went to an ice skating show. We went to an like a Cirque du Soleil kind of thing. We went to the casino. There's a kids thing, so the kids can go. And so I actually
Without
got
packing
adult
your
time.
bags and driving or flying or whatever to get to and that's why it's so popular with older. I mean,
Yes,
almost every older person I talk, that's the
that's
only
the
way or
thing.
the majority of the way they travel because it is easier also on your brain and mind. All you got to remember is your
Yes.
room number and you can take a picture.
Oh
Other
well,
than
we
that,
actually, but now we got a big magnet and put it on with our names on it. So as you walk by, it's like, oh, there it is.
I
Yeah, and
like
that was another
that.
suggestion. People were decorating their doors. They have magnets.
I know the cruise ships let you have a lot of fun. A lot
Yes,
of fun with
but
that.
and then you also still get to see the world, and that's one of my number one goals is to take Emerald around the world. So now she has been to Cozumel, she's been to Puerto Vallarta, Honduras, she's been to Costa Maya, she's been to Ireland, and then we went one other place in Mexico. And we're just going to keep branching out because I want to see the rest of the world. So we're going to plan a Europe trip. We're going to plan it like an Alaskan cruise. You can go all over the world. You can go to Greece and on a cruise, or to Egypt. I have friends that went to Egypt. I
Pretty
mean,
much anything that has a coastal line,
you
you
can go.
can cruise to, or you can get close enough that you get off the port. And we're just like, let's take Galveston, for example. You can get
Yeah,
off at Galveston and you could drive to South Padre Island, or you could
exactly.
drive to San Antonio or Houston. So, yes,
Dallas.
you can get to those facilities. And, that's the part I'm realizing over and over as I do travel, though. I am making my list of, again, what do I need to do right now?
Yep.
Because flying 9 hours to Argentina, luckily I finally, God love it. I wish I got her name. The lady at the American Airlines, I was having so much trouble online. Finally called her and I said, look, I'm about ready to just have a panic attack and meltdown. I need help. I'm trying to get there. My girlfriend's coming in this day, leaving this day, etc. not only did she get me there, she got me there on a non-stop flight and nothing. And I said, why didn't I see this on the webpage? I just missed it. She goes, it's not offered on the website. So that was going to be my travel tip.
Ah, I
Didn't know
didn't.
that.
Me either.
So sometimes what's on the website isn't everything available. Or when you're talking to her, she may not have available what's on the
On
website.
the website.
You love that?
Right.
I'm like, so anyway, it was 9 hours. I chose to go the overnight when thinking, well, at least I'll sleep a lot of that, which I did.
Yeah.
But 9 hours, I looked at doing, because you guys know I'm a little bit of a diva, but I looked at doing the first class. I have a lot of points. And I looked and went, that's ridiculous. I'm going to save those for when I do go back to doing European traveling and all of that, where it could be 17, 19 hours.
Exactly.
9 hours I could do. But I will tell you, 55 felt 9, a lot more than 45 felt 9. 55 feels 2 hours a lot more than 45 felt 9. Um, so again, I'm looking and going, okay, these things you want to do, climbing step, people that haven't been to Europe, there's not elevators, there's not escalators. Because their 90-year-olds are blue zones and they still walk up those 40 flights of stairs to their house every day after they walk down to go to the market, carrying groceries. So they don't accommodate us, and I'm glad they don't.
Yeah.
But you take, and you're on cobblestones that are uneven, and you're going up hills and down hills. You better get out there and do those vacations before your body can't do it, or get your body in condition that it can. As we were
Exactly.
talking, once you realize, I'm going to need to be in a little better shape. And I'm also doing that. That's the 2 Pro, trying to get myself back up where hiking and walking steps and cobblestones is not a problem
Right.
versus the other. Yeah.
Yes.
So, that's what we wanted to do. It's going to be part 1 of part 2
Yep.
of travel, because you had some awesome stuff and it just took an episode. And
Yeah.
it does that. That's the
Yeah.
challenge. It does
Oh,
that.
and I can't wait to hear about Honduras. So yes, I'm so excited. So, but you guys, thank you for joining us today. As we could talk all day long, but we will let you go and we'll try to respect your time. But let us know where you travel, your travel tips, all the things, because
Oh,
everything that you
I love to
contribute
travel.
helps.
Love to travel. And that,
Yes.
been a lot, but so much left. Please, I would love it if you would share amazing places you've been that you recommend we go to
Yes.
see.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as as time is going on, we're making this more of our podcast. And as we grow, when we get to a certain extent, I want to do destination podcasts. So those places that you're recommending, or if you're somewhere else and you live somewhere and say, hey, you should come visit where I live, it's
Yeah.
fabulous. Do that.
Yep.
We would love to do that. Because there's a
Absolutely.
lot of hidden secrets, and unless you know somebody, you don't know that's a great place to go to. And then all of a sudden you're like, never even heard of it.
Exactly.
And you go and go, yeah.
It's a big world and a lot of fun places. So send us your information, send us your ideas. And I can't wait. We're going to do a podcast and hear all about Susan going to Honduras. And in the
No,
meantime,
Argentina.
I mean,
I didn't go to
Argentina.
Honduras.
Sorry,
She went
I
to
went to
Honduras.
Honduras. I went to Honduras,
Don't start that rumor, people. I was not in Honduras. I was in Argentina.
Hey, my brain. I'm 57, I did turn 57 last month. So anyway.
Why didn't
I
we do
know.
that when that happened on the podcast? You got to, what did I just say earlier? I am not the friend that will remember your birthday ever, ever, ever. I admit I don't send out holiday cards. I only say that because my awesome friend Michelle sends me every holiday. I get a card from her.
She ignored me
And has
completely
for
on my birthday. She
35
completely
years.
ignored me.
But I will save room if we go on vacation in my luggage for your souvenirs that you didn't think you would buy. That's the
Perfect.
friend I am.
All right, fair enough. All right. But the 50 family, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Love you.
Bye, guys.